Hey guys, I just felt that we needed a little bit of an explanation for what's happening right now. Discord added a new feature recently that you can look up GIFs and post them directly into chat. And so Garb found a GIF of a toe bending and going into water and back out like a snake. And this is just what happened.
When are we gonna watch Rush Hour? No! Never. You're never allowed to post anything again. I ban you from ever doing anything ever again in your life.
I can't believe this is the last episode.
You're not. We're done. You're not allowed
That was good.
to post anything. You're not allowed to say anything. I disliked it very much. It made me uncomfortable and I hated it.
Hi guys, welcome back
Hi.
to the Funky Anime Podcast, the show where we make your dreams come true, and if we don't, it's because we're probably really bad at it.
No, it's because Pino kicked his computer. That's when dreams aren't true.
That was an anti-spiral fourth dimension or whatever it was called. We don't talk about that. We're free.
An anti-spiral fourth dimension?
Remember, it was an episode.
Yeah.
It was in the last episode. There was the dimensional warp wherever. We'll talk about it later. Hi.
Hey. How you doing today?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
I haven't introduced you boys
you-
yet.
Oh, okay, I'm going back under the table.
Okay. The one who's
There
going
he
back
goes.
under the table only to drill a hole in the ground. Well, that's Chuck.
I'm drilling.
Where you drilling to?
China.
Yeah?
China.
What are you gonna do when you're there?
I'm going to build a wall. It'll be perfect. I'm going to China. China.
The one screaming
China.
the one screaming at little Chuck boy digging through the holes, telling him he can pierce the heavens to China. Well, that's Garb.
Chuck, you're never going to achieve your dreams. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Okay. I'll go back to digging now.
There you go.
He's not gonna make it there. I know. Just let him believe.
Believe in him that believes in me.
Nah, I'd rather believe in the Burger King that I eat.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's $5 off.
Oh?
$5.
No, you get back to digging. You're going to China.
Did you get a coupon from shit? Fuck.
That wasn't good, but I want to go Burger King.
I almost called Shenron Shinra.
Dude, I love Rufus Shinron. As you can see, we're still riding the tailwinds of Final Fantasy VII.
I'm still digging though.
All
Can
right.
we get
And the
going?
face
You wanna
mecha
use-
that Chuck just found, well, that's me. That's Pino.
it's
You
a
just
face.
dug a hole in my face.
Dude, if I was
Oh,
digging
I'm
underground...
sorry. Can I apologize?
No,
I'm sorry.
I don't accept.
Okay. You don't accept. Well, how can I make it up to you then for drilling a hole in your face? Do you want me to like stuff dirt back in it so it doesn't look like there's a hole?
No, the damage has already been done. Please leave.
But do you want like
Go
glue?
away.
It's the last episode.
Can I climb in your mouth?
You're a little. I hear people call you Simon the Digger because you smell real bad.
Don't tell anybody.
I'm telling everybody. Hey everyone!
No!
Ew! Oh,
What is
it's
it, Pino?
Simone, the digger. I hear he
You can't
smells.
say that. That's racist.
Oh, you got me.
Okay, I'm not taking it anymore.
All right. If you want to follow us on any social media, you can find us at the A-Weebros at Twitter, I believe. That's our little handle.
Yeah, you can
yeah.
just look up Funky Man Papa. Yeah.
Yeah, you can Funky
None of-
Hippopotamus Podcast. You can find us
Yeah.
out there. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, and even in the moon.
Yeah.
Right?
Is it the real moon or the fake moon?
Yes.
I thought
Okay.
there was only the fake moon. Is there a real moon?
Yeah, they pulled it like from like space or
Yeah, they
something.
ripped it out of in between space.
Yeah, it was so stupid.
It was great.
They're like,
It was just Indiana Jones again.
they're like, they're like, this is the real moon, and I'm like,
We were hiding the real moon inside space.
Yeah.
How are you
it's like
guys?
that time you hit a boat inside of another boat.
Oh, Or when you're a pirate that can't swim. Oh, good times. But how are you boys doing? You know, it's actually literally now it has been a while since we recorded an actual episode.
An actual one, yeah.
Yeah. You feeling confident?
No.
No?
no,
Okay. Anyways.
I think this is gonna be subpar at best.
Hey man, that's what you get when you sign up on the Pino Express. Don't look
It's
it up
one
on
of-
Urban Dictionary.
It's just one of these kinds of days.
It's just one of those kinds of days.
days, honey. One of these days.
One of these days I'll do it.
And I
Snap
said,
your neck.
Hey,
Hey,
Very
what a
scary, Mike
wonderful
Wazowski.
episode of FAP.
Mike Wazowski, you didn't file your paperwork correctly.
Won't you just let it slip by?
The goldenrod ones come to me, and me alone. I need the goldenrod. It makes my skin flourish and not be oily.
God, all right. I'll get it to you tomorrow. Gee.
You better. I'm watching you. Always watch.
Thank God you said that part, or else I would have screamed that you missed that part.
Come on, that's vital to the character's
true.
portrayal in the movie
I am-
Monsters Inc.
I'm
2004
amazed
Extraordinaire.
That
But
you
you-
knew
Or was
that.
it 2000?
But you know what happened a couple years after that movie?
No.
Well, a couple years after that movie, a little known company studio known as Gynax created one of the most interesting kind of stories in the form of Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
Yeah,
Can you say it
Guggen
again?
Tango Box
say it
Tops Guggen Lugan for the PlayStation 4 featuring Dante from Devil May Cry
And Knuckles.
and Big Chungus.
And Can we just jump right into it?
Why, sure. Today, we're just, like I said, we're going to be talking about Gurren Lagann, a.k.a., I guess it was translated into Pierce the Heavens Gurren Lagann, if that's what I remember reading correctly.
Oh, really?
I think
I've
so.
only-
I was on the wiki right now.
I've only really seen it called Gurren Lagann, other than official titles that say that it's called Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
Tengen Toppa, yeah.
I've always just seen it as Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, I mean, nobody says
Okay.
that ending part. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Not until the last episode.
Yeah, it says on whatchamacallit, on Mal, it says like making breakthrough Gurren Lagann and heavenly breakthrough Gurren Lagann.
Lagann. Guys, I
Yeah,
gotta put on my
Lagann.
goggles.
Yeah, so you can see clear.
Yeah, the rain is gone. This was
I
directed.
can see all the obstacles in the way.
Oh god.
You can go now.
This was directed by Hiroyuki Imaishu and written by.
Bless you.
Thank you. Hi, where are my tissues? And written by Kazuki Nakashima. This was animated
Except for
once
episode
again.
4.
Yes, that was. We'll talk about episode 4. Don't worry. It was animated by Studio Gynax and co-produced by Aniplex and take this Konami.
Wait. Who's this? Okay, I'll talk about it later. I was just looking up information.
So if you're wondering where our Studio Gynax is now, they're actually renamed as Gyna, I believe.
Gyna?
Gaina.
That's a dumb name, but whatever.
Is it funny? But if you guys want to know the track record of our boys, Studio Gynax, They're known for the ever so popular Neon Genesis Evangelion. Panty.
I don't think that's Genesis. Is that how you say it?
Neon Genesis?
Genesis. What does Genesis?
Neon Sega Genesis Evangelion.
Corey and the Neon Genesis evangelizing.
Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius.
Johnny Quasar.
Top and Tengon. Gurren.
I'm Johnny Quasar. And this is my pet Buddha. They're also known for Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt and Medica Box. Which
oh yeah, Megalobox. That's supposed to be really fucking good, and that's on my watch list.
I've never seen it, and I've barely heard about it. I know Penny Stocking though. I love Penny Stocking.
Yeah, so they've got a good track record when it comes to series, especially with the earlier titles that we just mentioned, Evangelion and Panty and Stocking.
I don't want anyone to yell at me. I thought you said Megalobox.
No,
but it wasn't. It's Mechadabox. And I'm like, oh, that's different. That's not Megalobox.
I've never heard of it.
This isn't Little Mac.
Yeah, I know. I was
you
like,
ain't no
what?
airfighter, Megada.
You ain't no anime, Mac.
So, from the outside, it kind of looks like your standard mecha anime, but it does stand out, in my opinion, about, over the rest. Episode count, we have 27 episodes, and its run was between April 1st to September 30th, 2007. This actually, aired in English on the Sci-Fi Channel in 2008, and it was only re-aired recently around 2014 on Toonami, which is how I found out about it.
That's so weird.
What? That never happened.
On the Science Channel?
Finding out things?
Yeah, Sci-Fi Channel.
What the fuck?
It was probably part of some sort of like event they were having, like Japanese cartoons time. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But now it's currently available to watch on Netflix and Crunchyroll.
But it's only 480p, and it makes my heart sad.
Yeah, on Crunchyroll, which doesn't make any sense.
No,
at all.
And Netflix.
And Netflix.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Did they pull a Squeenix and just lose the source code?
Probably,
yeah.
Equally parts stupid and hilarious.
Kevin Malone. No,
Kevin Malone.
Equally parts smart, equally parts handsome.
Who's that?
It's not
Is that
Ashton
Kutcher? It's Kevin Malone.
Equally as handsome, equally as talented. With the success of Gurren Lagann,
That's not an
it's
name.
also had a couple games and cameo appearances in other media, and 2 movies to accompany its success. So, boys, I proposed this show to you boys. What are your past experience with this?
I said no.
Okay, Garb, your turn.
All right, so I actually watched this as a group with some people on Discord like 2 years ago, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out you liked it, and we talk about it.
And then we like
podcast.
Yoko.
Yeah. Wait.
All right, so this was a nice little trip down memory lane then.
Yeah, exactly. It was kind of fun revisiting it. I kind of realized that the show really drags on for a while.
What do you mean? It's only 27 episodes.
27.
this ain't
That
no
could
one
have been
page.
like 12.
Understandable.
No. Nah.
We'll talk about
I'd
that
say
later.
maybe.
Don't worry.
I'd say like 20 episodes.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's a couple episodes here and there that we'll
Just
especially
obliterate.
one. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
just pretend doesn't exist. But
Just
Chuck,
obliterate episode.
even though you
4
said
from the
no, I'd
face
like
of
to
the
give you a
earth.
second chance.
He's gonna do it again.
Don't say it.
I was really going to. My heart was like, you should do it, and then my brain's like, no, don't do it.
We had to
So I
put off
don't.
recording again.
Yeah, I know. But I had never watched this. I had never even seen anything beyond characters, who I didn't even know were part of Gurren Lagann until I was like, that's where the booby lady is. And I'm like, yep, that's Yoko.
Yep, she's
And,
iconic.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I've obviously, as for every anime we've watched ever on this podcast, I've already listened to the opening a billion times because it's real good.
It is so good.
It's real good, and we'll talk about that later.
No, just transition to it. Let's talk about it now.
But I didn't even talk about my thoughts.
Yeah, I know. I wanted Pino to talk about Pino thoughts.
It's all
Okay,
right,
go
Chuck, you
ahead.
finished though, because I don't think Chuck finished.
Oh,
Chuck finished.
Chuck finished? Oh, okay. Okay.
It was just all new to me.
Okay. So I'm glad I could introduce something that isn't Golden Time to you then.
Thank fucking God that it wasn't Golden Time.
Guys, we're gonna watch Tengen Toppa Golden Time 2,
I shiver at the thought of that.
starring Tada the Forgetful,
No.
featuring Coco Littner. It's perfect.
From the Gurren Lagann series.
Here comes a piece of trash. Brought to you by the FAP cast. So, I saw this. Ironically enough, I saw this before it aired on Toonami. I knew it was going to air, and I was like, "Do I want to wait, or do I just want to watch it subbed?" So I watched it subbed on Crunchyroll. Binged it all in like 2 days, and I didn't watch anime for the next 3 months. I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
Yeah.
It was a long time that I couldn't watch anime, and I was just.
Wow.
I was. It
You're
was really.
traumatized.
I was traumatized. I was impacted. I was empty on the inside.
Aren't we all?
And then I watched it again as soon as it aired, and I cried my eyes out again.
Ugh.
And it's just it was a rough
But
time.
the dub is so bad.
Hey, wait a second.
I wanted to talk about that a little bit actually. I listened to the first 2 episodes subbed, and then I listened to the first 2 episodes dubbed, and I couldn't do it.
I see.
I stopped halfway through the first episode.
So,
I couldn't.
I actually did. I actually did start
I
sub.
couldn't.
So just letting you know. But I do prefer the dubs, in my opinion.
Well, you in general prefer dubs.
Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
I can't read. Anyways.
I was trying to listen to this dubbed just so I could keep it playing in the background while I do other stuff, and about halfway
But you
through
couldn't.
I had to go back. It was so bad.
yeah, right.
Oof. Wow.
Like it's not bad. I'll say this: voice actors did a fine job. Did they not passable? I say they did well, but I just preferred the Japanese voice actors. Simple as that.
Understood.
It's just personal preference. I wouldn't say that if you chose to watch this dubbed and you liked it better dubbed, I wouldn't say
You're a Pino.
You're wrong. I would say you're a Pino. That's the new term, but
Add
like
that to the Urban Dictionary.
honestly, but it's something that I would be like, okay, understandable. I just prefer the Japanese, and that's okay. We can all shake hands and then slap each other's asses and be on our way.
So I can't forgive them. I can never forgive them. Ding, ding,
The
ding.
Japanese?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
to finish up my initial thoughts, I'll make a statement. I think I said it in the funny haha video, but I do hold this series in a high regard. At times, it does best my favorite series of all time, One Piece. So for me, it's up there.
Which is very big,
Yes.
especially for a Pino.
Yes, very.
Yeah.
So if you haven't watched it yet, give it a try. But
See if it's for you.
yeah, see if it's for
It's
you.
very
but
adventure-y.
yeah, you fight stuff and then you feel sad and you fight some more stuff.
Yeah.
But let's just talk about those openings and endings. Man.
Oh,
let's
boy.
start with the
Oh,
opening.
man.
It's called Sorario Days. I think it's called Blue
Yeah.
Sky Days, and if you translate it, sung by Shoko Nakagawa. And this was played throughout the entire series. However, through episodes 1 through 14, it was, I guess, the first part of the lyrics, and
Yeah.
16 and 26 were the remaining lyrics from the full song. Which is
Yes.
great. So,
I
boys,
thought that was really cool, yeah.
Yeah.
go at it.
Well, there's a lot of things to unpack with this opening. Well, both openings. We'll just talk about them together because they're similar enough that I feel that they
Let's-
don't deserve or they don't need to be split
And
up.
we'll
Yeah,
talk
it's
about that
literally the
part
same
first.
song. They just
Same
swapped.
song.
Well, yeah. Yeah,
Great
so opening 1, iconic. It's just it has everything that you need in an exciting opening to get you hyped about things. Shows you all the characters, like everyone that you meet along the way during this first section. And it has a banging soundtrack behind it. And during the first part, they show you the 3 main characters you're going to be seeing for a while. So you see Simone, you see Kamina, and then you see Yoko. Well, Yoko and then Kamina, but same difference. No, actually, I lied. It is Kamina then Yoko. But so it goes along very well with the song. It's just a very nice opening. It's visually interesting. Well, you can see they put a lot of effort into this along with the personality, because you see just them walking across the surface. You see Viral, which is like, he's a pretty important guy. He's there.
Yeah,
you
dude,
see
let people
Gurren
know it's a
Lagann
mech
transforming into a man, and then you see him fighting. Yeah,
What,
and then
this
he
is a mech show?
has drills. And then it shows everyone smiling again, and it
more
it
can
has
you
just
ask
all
for?
your favorite characters.
Yeah.
And you're like, nice.
Exactly.
And then spoilers, fucking watch the show before you
Yeah, big
before
spoiler,
you-
big old spoiler.
Big
Don't
spoiler
watch this
right
if you haven't
now.
seen the
Any
show.
piece of
You'll
media,
ruin your
even like
experience.
Opening
the memes.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Don't be like, I just
Opening-
gonna see everything. Oh no.
Oh no. Opening one
Yup.
changes after episode 8. Episode 8, if you remember correctly, if you've seen it, last chance.
Last chance. I'll
Okay.
count.
Every
I wasn't counting.
Yep, that was. But if literally, so
Yep.
episode 8 at the end, Kamina dies, just straight up, just dies,
Sad.
and they remove him from the opening, replaces him with Mia, which, that is a way
Kick
to
him out of
show
the OP.
loss. That is an infinitely, yeah. It's like I'm watching the second version now, and it's like it still has the same feeling, but he's not there,
It's
and
a
you
slap
know
to the
he's not
face.
there.
In a
It
sense.
is such, and like he's replaced with, or Kamina's replaced with Mia in the opening itself, along with the ending group shot, and that itself, you're like, holy shit!
You're like, there's so much space here now. So much
Yeah,
room for
yeah.
activities.
There's so much room for activities, and they also added more characters because by that time, by episode 8,
Yeah.
all the extra characters, I love them all.
Yeah.
We'll talk about them later.
Don't worry.
because there's a lot of them,
Yes.
and I'm gonna cry.
But I think they did a great job just like
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
changing it up and just reminding you, hey, we're moving on.
yeah,
If you're here, welcome. If you're not, go away.
yeah.
And
Oh,
I'll just say it now. There's a lot of people who start this series
Really?
and then just stop at
Yeah.
episode 8. Like I know a lot of people who just stop. They're like, they killed off the main character. Bruh. I can't watch
Well-
no more. I'm just like, boys and girls, please don't stop the show. Don't
well,
stop.
we all knew that Simone was actually the main character, right?
I mean-
like, was there anyone who's like Kamina is the main character? There's no way.
There's a lot of people.
right?
Don't worry. There's a lot of people who are just like,
Well-
they just killed him. They start out hating him, and then they're like, "Hey, I like this. He's going forward. What? His dragon? What? He died?" And then they just stop. I
Yeah,
know a lot of people.
That's called character
I-
growth and development.
That's called I
thought
stabbed
that
you.
Kamina
I stabbed you in the heart. Have
carried
fun.
this whole show
Yeah.
up until he died. He was the only one that was interesting or funny at all. Until they develop a little more.
Yeah.
Eventually, Simon or Simon.
Well, I'd like to, yeah, I'd like to say that's. I'd like to say that's kind of intentional, just because they gave him so much of a spotlight and such a
Yeah.
vital character to like Simone's character and
know.
Yoko's development and all that, and all like that gunman fighting force.
That's why I kind of
He
think
was
that-
like the lifeline.
That's why I think the show should have been significantly shorter, is because there's just so much of Simone bitching. Oh,
Yeah, they could. Well, it kind of shows you what the deal is, but they could have probably cut down an episode there, and I wouldn't be complaining. But to its credit, it showed what like he was feeling and the deep depression because he like lost his best friend and like the only person that like truly like pushed him and he like believed in, and that's a big thing for a small baby.
and he has to actually get over him, and that becomes major
Yeah.
plot points later down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Now, opening 3. I mean, no, opening the other half of the opening.
Basically opening.
Yeah.
3.
We get a little like kind of time skip-ish thing going on, and so
Yeah.
all the old art is sort of removed. You have now older characters living in their new kind of world and showing you, hey, there's a lot more.
I do like how they show Kamina in the beginning, like couple like scenes that they show. Kamina's in there, and I'm like, he's not truly gone. But then also, fucking Simone with the glow up, he is attractive.
He grew
now.
up real nice.
He's not a baby anymore.
He's legal. I mean, he's
He is. He is. You're right. There's nothing wrong about that. Man, I enjoy how I guess I'm going to call it opening 3 just cuz how opening 3 keeps the vibes so well from opening 1 and 2 to an extent. And that it shows the character development, like that time skip in between. It shows it off so well. Because it keeps it, and you're like, oh yeah, it's the same show, but it's completely different now. Like, completely changed. And it's, I don't know, I love it. I think I like opening 1 just a little bit more than opening 3, but it's all personal preference.
It's all really just based on the visuals at this point.
Yeah. I have like kind of like a tier list of openings. I wouldn't say this is like the tip top, but it's definitely like second, like one below the top tier. It's very good. It has like, I could sing most of it if I'm like listening to it, and like the visuals and the theming throughout, especially this opening 3 where it has the spiral motif
we'll
that
get
you
to
can
there,
see
don't worry.
through parts of it. No, yeah. Absolutely. And it's just really, really good. Like, I can't say anything else besides it's well animated, it's beautiful, has a lot of motifs throughout it, and it's just great.
And the song, the song's so good.
The song.
And the singer is, fun fact, huge JoJo fan.
Good.
You better be.
She's dressed up
You
in
better.
full Jotaro cosplay before.
Good.
I think I remember
I
seeing
should
that
do
video.
that.
Yeah.
I should dress up as Kakyoin.
No.
Got
Don't
good.
do
No one can deflect the Emerald Splash.
Literally everyone can deflect the Emerald Splash.
Oh, did you mean the Emerald Chaos Emerald Splash nail?
Dude,
I have the Chaos
Kakyoin
Emerald.
is just Knuckles.
He doesn't chuckle.
I'd rather flex my knuckles.
Hold on. Okay. The ending themes are a little more in number. The first one is called Underground by High Voltage, and it goes through episode 1 and 15. I personally am not a fan of this. It fits, but I'm not a fan of this song.
I like them both.
Yeah.
I think they're fine.
They're both endings are good. I definitely like the second one better. The first one still good. The song itself, I'm not the hugest fan of. That first opening, it's fine, but the visuals itself, I like, and but because it's simple, it's not a slideshow. It might be It's like, yes, it's going through a just pre-made image that's just a very long one, but it still works, and it has like a little bit of animation in it, so it's not just a slideshow.
Because we do see a lot of those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do. That's one of my pet peeves. Like, just put in a little bit of effort. But, I still enjoyed it. I skipped it half the time.
Yeah.
But that's what happens.
Even in my first watch, I do remember just skipping over it, just being like, all right, I'm done here. Next episode,
I
please.
do believe that this was yet again another no-skip OP. Where you always listen to the OP. It's so good.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Oh, I wanted to talk about that real quick. The openings. Fucking play with your openings, people. Like, change them. That's great. Like, that has some of the most lasting impact on me when you talk about OPs. This and JoJo. That's the only two things I've fucking seen. And I'm not going to count, Kimono Friends were introducing characters, which is a step up over, half the shit that we've seen. But it's so good because you watch this opening anywhere from 13 times to like 24 or 26 and just change it. It can change the mood of an episode. It can like change the mood within the person watching it. There's so much that you can play with in an opening alone to help change the mood or the setting. And not enough studios do it, rather if they're too scared to do it or like lose like recognition from the show itself. But it's so important that you should have something to reflect. Like just removing Kamina. They literally changed 2 shots. 2 shots. And it completely changed the vibe of that OP. And that's insane. And it's just it can't be more like important to some shows.
Thematically
But,
and emotionally.
I don't know. I just really get riled up when it comes to messing with OPs because
Chuck's got
like
Chuck is our OP guy.
for him.
I like JoJo does it so well. Like literally part 4 with Great Days, they changed it 3 times. There's 3 different versions. I don't know what to say. You just change it and it works.
I like when they add
keeps
sound
it in
effects.
your mind.
It just works.
It just works.
Guys, if
just
it isn't watchable,
works.
why bother?
Okay,
Before
we
he
can go back to the
explodes
endings.
into the moon. We'll talk about the second ending, which may have been underheard. It's called Happily Ever After by the same author, Shoko Nakagawa. It was only played for episode 16.
Yep.
And I think 16 was the recap, right? I believe it was a recap.
I think so.
Yeah, it was a recap
Yeah.
episode.
It was
I
one of
listened
them.
to this whole thing. It's so good. The song itself is fantastic. They used it during the show.
But yeah, they used it in
think,
the final battle,
yeah.
I believe, right?
Yeah, they used it. I think in both final battles. Did they?
No, they used the opening again at the final at the last final
yes.
battle.
Yeah, but in the final battle of mechas.
The final battle of Spiral King.
Yeah, Spiral King.
Okay.
Yeah, which was great. Oh,
Don't worry, we'll get there. Don't worry.
I'm sorry. I just
in 20
I get
years
real
we'll get there.
excited. I just get real excited.
I like this one. I don't listen to it a lot, but it is very fitting. It's very happy. Make me happy. Make me cry.
This is one of my more listened to songs.
Oh,
It's great.
Oh, wonderful.
I love it.
Yeah.
This is
Showing
my
a good
favorite
time.
of the
Ending theme
songs.
is called Mina no
Absolutely,
Peace,
100%.
which is by Afromania, which is through the remaining.
Yeah.
So, this show has, of anyone that I've seen so far, the best score that I've heard.
Oh, yes.
It's
We're going to talk about that in a second.
We're talking about the OP and ED, it's the same shit.
Yeah, but we did.
No, it's not. No, it is not even remotely close to the same thing,
I'll
my
give you
man.
both half. But I was in the middle of introducing the last.
Yeah, I know. I know he was.
It's like, shut up, Pino. Let me tell you that
Shut
his
up.
music's great.
Stop hosting the podcast.
Listen, I was really excited to talk about it.
Looks like I'm gonna go back to karaoke tonight. But yeah, Mina no Peace is the last one. I prefer this one a lot more than the first one.
Yes.
I love it. This one's great.
Yeah, this one is a close second to my favorite like EDs for this show. It's so good.
But wait, there's only two,
I-
technically.
Well, there's 3. There's 3 technically.
Technically.
But yeah. But out of like the main 2 that are used most of the time, this is definitely the better of the 2. And it has the same it has the same motif of Simon and Buddha walking. Mm-hmm. And I can't say how good that is to keep this same motif again through a new ending, through a new age after the time skip. It's so it adds a familiarity. I don't know. It's so good. I love it.
I think that
And-
there was probably some symbolism or something, or
Oh,
some.
oh, yeah.
There was definitely some artistic intent behind it.
Oh yeah. Well, you can also see how he walks, what he walks through. This is actually really cool. He walks first like going through the city. So with like all the faces on all the buildings and everything, and then he goes through the clouds, and then he goes into space. And then after space is when like you get like the spiral and galaxy. So like it shows the progression from where he is at the beginning of this like time skip to the end of the series, and they do the same kind of thing with ending 1, because you see first with Simon digging up and going all the way to like all the mechas and the Spiral King.
Just gonna grab my
So
pen real quick.
it's just really, really good. It's a great ending.
Yeah. The music is
so
top
good.
notch.
The music kicks
Nah, let's
ass,
talk about the
dude.
music.
Oh boy, Garb,
Yeah.
you can talk about it first because I know you.
It's easily the most iconic score. It's up there, maybe only paralleled with JoJo, but oh my god,
Well, like
so good.
when I was taking notes, because I took notes on this one actually. You should be. It is one of the most varied OSTs that we've listened to on this podcast, without a doubt. Like, there's a lot of orchestra.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rock.
Got some
There's
hip-hop.
rap. There's some solid hip hop, dude.
Got some R&B, I guess. I guess you can consider that one slow one a little R&B-ish a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The rap is man soul ... maybe ... don't know.
Maybe later.
Maybe later. Yeah, but it's beautiful how this OST is.
I'll go back and listen to this like OST all the time.
Oh, I have both CDs and the best of
Jeez, you're ahead of the game.
downloaded on my phone. It's so good, dude. Like, legitimately, I listened to it for like 4 hours straight on my flight.
Oh.
On like one of my flights that I took recently.
It's like motivational music.
It really is. Like
Get
the
you
Drill
pumped
to
up.
Heaven with your XXX. That one is
Tentacion?
phenomenal. Rest in peace, my man.
Yeah, shout out to
But
my
like
boy.
it's so hype, and then there's so many good songs. It's just so good.
It is. Very, 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 very good. Like,
It's very
if
good.
I think Gurren Lagann, I can only think of, Ro Fight the Power most of the time, and it's like 5 other different versions, and it makes me happy.
Yeah. There's a lot of versions, and and none of them overstay their welcome or seem like, oh, it's just another Ro Fight the Power. No. And then Libra Me from Hell.
I don't know the names of any of the
That's
songs.
the opera one.
That's the
yeah.
opera one with Ro. That kicked so much ass.
It's so bizarre.
The piano with Ro Fight the Power over it. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
It's so good.
That's some of the things that like you wouldn't think about. But you've heard this song like Ro Fight the Power throughout this entire series, and then when they hit you with a Libra Me from Hell, it gets so hype, and you're just like, yes, I'm ready to go.
It make me cry every time I hear it after a long
yeah.
gap of time.
Yeah, when you haven't like thought about it for a while,
strong
it
emotions
just hits you.
overcome my body, and I find myself Ro fighting the
and then-
power out loud, and then the
Yeah,
car's next to
and
me
then-
looking in, saying, "Is this man okay?
Sees you cry. Yeah.
I'm gonna call the police."
Hey, I
Yeah.
think this guy can see the invisible.
I think he's fighting the power in there.
And I also think that it's one of the most consistently good openings that we've had. Just overall, the quality throughout is perfect.
Well, we can
Even-
say perfect,
Well,
except for that one episode.
No,
don't
I'm not
talk
talking
about-
about. I'm not talking about the episodes. I'm talking about the music,
Okay,
man.
yeah, music's
I'm
always
not.
good. That's on par.
I'm not even like, man, no. There's so much good, and like rap is man's soul. Oh, with like the trumpets in the background of Ro Fight the Power.
Even the
I-
recap song is good.
Oh yeah,
It's
and the
iconic.
eye catch song. Oh.
Oh yeah, it is good.
And then like the Peeping Tom one where it just has like weird instruments and it sounds like it's random notes. It perfectly encapsulates the scene that it's in. And it's only used like once.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind how some of this stuff is only used
Yeah,
once.
like Libra Me from Hell, I think was only used like 3 times at most, 4.
Yeah. And like near the end,
Yeah.
not even like throughout.
Even the
And-
first version of like Rap is a Man's Soul was used in like kind of like a jokey episode too.
I remember Chuck, you reacted. You're like, "This is for the bat scene."
It was during the peeping Tom scene, and I was like, "What is this?" This was the first time you hear Roro fight the power in this entire goddamn anime.
Hey, it's important.
And it's about them looking looking into a girl's bat. Like, what the hell?
Listen,
but that's what the show is.
I'll remove the mosaic filter.
Y'all know how I find most of my shows.
You were wearing towels the whole time?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's what what do you think we would wear?
You can't toy with a man's soul like that.
Gimme, turn it. Turn the knob just a little bit.
Gimme.
Keep turning it. You were wearing swimsuits under there the entire time?
Oh man. It was a good time.
Iconic.
Good time was had by all there.
Yeah, honestly.
And
then
animations were pretty good.
Oof. This is some prime Gainax, and you can see the talents from Studio Trigger throughout this entire show. It's especially when if you watch this and you watch some of the scenes from Kill la Kill, you can tell exactly who some of these animators are.
Yep.
Just straight from one to another. And the styles that they put in, it's so good.
And then we have episode 4.
Pino, do you want to talk about episode 4?
Well, we got
first?
to.
I guess.
With every great thing we talk about, there's always some minuses we have. Episode 4 is very, 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 very notorious among everybody who's watched this series. Episode 4 is your standard kind of episode. It's just them walking around and they're meeting some people in on their way. But this episode was specifically different because the animation was very, very off. It was not as consistent as it was before, and it was very jarring.
It looks like a rough draft.
Well, it was because it was changed. The director was changed, who basically if I'm remembering this correctly, who the director essentially storyboards the episode, and from there the animators kind of have to go with the drawings that you've had. And so this guy was not as well. His style, which was his name is
Osamu
Kobayashi, who he directed Beck, which is actually a pretty decent anime.
I can't wait to watch that.
It's actually one of the first scenes in this opening that I do for
the
Fab.
plane thing?
It's the airplane.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
And so I could tell exactly how the mouths were drawn. I'm like, I know this from somewhere.
I've seen this. I've seen it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I've seen it with my own eyes. And yeah, so that's how it's not as expressive in Beck as it is in this, because Gurren Lagann is definitely a more expressive, loud show than Beck is. And it's just hard to stomach. And honestly, you could cut this out. You could very much take this episode out. You could introduce the black siblings somewhere else, and you'd be fine.
And the thing is, this is another point where people will stop watching the show.
It's true. They're like, where's my hero animation style? Where is it? Meh. And then they're just like, they drop it. This looks like Dragon Ball in One Piece.
the episode was it was like putting my face next to an anus.
I remember
and
that
breathing
day.
deeply.
I remember that day. I was I don't know where I was, but Chuck was like, "What is this? What's going on? I hate it." It was great.
Then I looked up all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, I guess.
And I also remember telling Garb that I could not remember that. I didn't know that this was an episode. Like, out of the 4 times at that moment that I watched the series, episode 4 was just enigma. I was like, what is this? I don't remember. What?
You repressed it.
Keaton.
It's better this way.
Why did you look like this, Keaton? See, you don't look
it's
like.
Better to forget.
It's true, and that's kind of how bad it is. It's it's forgetful. It's just something unpleasant. It's like finding a raisin in in some chocolate chips. It's just No,
Yeah,
it's there.
it's not a good
And
time.
you're just like, you kind of just want to end it all. Oh, man. But other than that, the animations everywhere else are
Yeah,
Really?
very nice, very fluid.
You can see the
There's a lot of-
Evangelion and then
Oh,
Studio
yeah.
Trigger stars.
One of the scenes that stands out is when Kamina and Vero fight for the first time, and he
Yes.
slices the
Oh,
grass,
that's-
and the grass just like
and then it dices it up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
good.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just very. One of the other points that I remember was during that scene, fucking Kamina is pulling out his sword.
long-ass
That
Sephiroth sword.
it's like longer than his like wingspan at that point. Now I'm like,
His wingspan.
I had to literally I had to pause the scene
Take out a
to get
ruler.
a screenshot. To get the longest distance that he had it, and his arms are literally stretched out to each side to its full extent. Like I love it, but I was just like, what is this? What am I watching?
I like when they elongate things. It's funny. Make them giggle.
That's a good technique used by Studio Trigger later down the line.
Oh, it's wonderful. I like it because it exaggerates things, but it makes it look epic.
Impactful. Impactful
Epic.
is the word I would use.
Impact.
Yeah, there's a lot of. Well, it's like the squash and stretch from animation, where you just literally give impact or motion. You stretch it or you squash it on how it like moves, and it's just great. They're real good at this. I love it.
Anything else we want to mention about the animation?
Just very, very nice. All the mech. Gainax has a large history of mech anime,
Yeah.
so you can see the like how.
That stuff is hard to draw.
No,
'cause you have to
absolutely.
imagine how all the shapes work.
You can definitely tell that there was a lot of love put into all of this. Like I'm trying to look back to see.
There's something huge that we've completely glossed over.
What's it? What's that?
Chuck, what'd you
Yeah?
think of the background?
The backgrounds.
Well, this is actually a really interesting part
Uh-huh.
because so you have, I would say, 4 distinct types of backgrounds.
Oh.
You have underground, you have surface before like man took over, and then you have surface after with the cities and whatnot, and then you have space, and they're all great. They're all fantastic. You cannot look at a part and be like, oh, they kind of skimped there. Oh, that's not that great there. Everything is beautifully done, well worked as far as they could. It's fantastic.
That was exactly the answer I was looking for.
I don't mean to break
Yeah.
the conversation, but this looks like straight out of a Flash game and one of those naughty Flash games. Here, take a look at the chat.
No, yeah, no, like there's, we're talking about screenshots from
Episode 4.
yeah, from episode 4. Not ideal, but you know what?
It's a thing.
It's in the past. It's in the past. Honestly, if you're watching this, why are you even still
Yeah.
here if you haven't watched
Yeah.
the whole thing? But
Just gonna ruin the series for
you
you.
could just skip it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could just skip it.
Or
We
if
already
you're trying to
ruined
convince a
the series.
friend to watch it.
Yeah,
just
you can
skip it.
tell them just skip episode 4. You'll be a little bit confused, but like they kind of introduce themselves.
Or you can go for the alternate, which
And-
we'll talk about later.
Yeah, well,
All right, let's now we've got that out of the way. Let's take a little dive into the plot right quick. Don't worry, I've learned from
I
my
know.
past experience of
yeah, please don't go over each episode.
I've written everything down that I want to talk
Please.
about in a paragraph right here.
Good.
All right.
Good,
So
Pino. Thank God.
He's learned.
the world of
There's hope for him yet.
The world of Gurren Lagann takes place where humanity is forced to live underground and away from the surface, which is rumored to have no walls or ceilings and has a bright open sky. 2 young men, Simon and Kamina, are among some of these people. They live in, I believe, I forget what village. It's not Idai village. It's not Lindner village. It is some other village.
Who cares?
Yeah. And their village chief forces all the young to dig holes so that they can have more space to grow and to farm for their survival. Simon, in one of these excavations, finds a strange-looking face in the dirt, which eventually helps them beat a gunman that crashes to the sky. Now, at this point, Simon is just a little boy and who is really good friends with Kamina, who kind of pushes him to be better than he is and protects him. They have like a kind of blood brotherish kind of a relationship, which is what I like. It's real good. It's real pure, real good.
It's iconic.
It's iconic. Of course, their world flips upside down once Yoko crashes from the ceiling, exposing, one, that there is light in the surface, and two, that adventure awaits them.
And that 3, there is a large amount of sex appeal.
Oh, yeah.
Out there in the surface.
So, once...
You said you were a surface girl.
Oh, you're a cave chick? Boo. Move it, Thunder Thighs. Oh, it's so good when he says it in English. It's so good. And so the 3 managed to free their town and escape from their underground village. At that point, begins their kind of adventure. Team Gurren is formed at that point. Samina and Kimon. Simon
You're doing
and
great,
Kamina,
Pino. Keep going.
discover that the surface world isn't all that they expected to be. Everybody who was in the surface world is oppressed by the Spiral King and people known as the Beastmen, who ride mechas called gunmen. And it's just it's an all-out kind of war trying to win back what little of Earth they used to have. So along the way, Samina.
You're doing great, Pino. Keep going.
Simon and Kamina gather new allies. They beat up a bunch of gunmen. They see
Pino, do you ship them? Is that why you keep saying that?
Samina. I know. I don't. That's
Are you
illegal.
sure? You're right.
That's illegal.
It's not illegal in the underground.
You
Keep
shut
going,
your
Pino.
mouth there, my friend. You're going to jail.
Pino, keep going.
Let's see. So they their new goal has now been set. They're there to defeat the Spiral King to make the surface available for every man and every beast man, which eventually leads them to succeeding while making new allies along the way and losing some others in the form of Kamina and in the form of Nia. And they win, yay! 7 years later, after the war against the Spiral King, the world is they're advancing real quickly with technology. However, the Spiral King utters final words upon his death. He said, "As soon as the land overflows with 1,000,000 apes, the moon will become Hell's messenger and completely destroy the world of the Spiral."
Yep.
And this
Who knew
is
he wasn't full of shit?
who knew that this anime was not over. And so it's up to the new generation, the older generation, the new people of the world to try and prevent this from happening as it begins.
I know.
Yeah.
I have a question for
Hey,
you.
what's up?
How do you feel about time skips?
Love time
Just in
skips.
general.
Time skips? I love time skips. As long as they can't really. Okay.
No, you're right.
Time skips, I feel, if they're done correctly, it's fantastic. If they're done horribly, why bother?
That's what I expected the
Yeah.
One Piece fan to say. Go
Well,
on.
No, I mean,
I-
hold up, because
no,
I was actually
no,
going to bring
I-
up
no.
Dragon Ball example.
Yes,
I was actually gonna bring up-
Dragon Ball has a huge just a huge time skip.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's in between Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
Right, it's real huge.
Like,
I
it's-
got married and then
Yeah, I had
I had
a kid.
That's like what? That's probably like
It
7,
was,
4
I think
years?
it was like 5 years, a 5-year time
But the
skip.
thing is that there wasn't anything going on at that point in
Exactly.
Dragon Ball.
And in this,
they were just living their life.
and in
Well,
this
I guess
case, in
the
Gurren
same thing
Lagann,
was kind of
yeah,
happening.
nothing was really happening.
Well, yeah, like there's no notable things, and anything that was to be notable, they can make it known within that first like episode.
And which they
and
did.
it's
They
super-
didn't need to spend time.
And the jarringness of suddenly there's a giant black city from Pokemon Black and White. You know,
Shh, we don't talk
makes
about
it
that one.
seem awful crazy.
Oh no, but yeah, I was actually going
Hello?
to bring up the example of the hyperbolic time chamber. Like technically, it's not a time skip, but it is for the characters who
it's
go
not.
in it, sort of.
Yeah, but everyone around them, they see the normal
it's
time.
just a booster. It's just a booster. Like that one I wouldn't count as a time skip. It's
I
basically
mean, Goku is
it's
now
a,
older.
It's a
We can say that.
no. Shh,
Goku is a year older.
It's
Well, he's
Vegeta's
been
2
dead,
years
like-
older.
no. Shh.
Who knows?
No. Shh. Shh. It's
Gohan
a
missed his
plot
8th
device.
birthday.
Shut up,
He really wanted that toy, okay?
Shit.
Piccolo was gonna give him his bike.
Pino. It's a plot device to make characters stronger quicker. That's all that the time chamber is.
I
don't count that as
But
a
that's
time
a time
skip. I don't
skip.
have a problem. No, it is
It
not.
depends. It can be used as a time skip.
Pino.
Yeah,
it is
but-
not.
Let me-
It is. No, shut.
Let me bring up One Piece right
It
now.
is-
now
no,
you
Pino.
now you started. One Piece.
Oh, you got me started.
2-year
I can't
time
believe
skip in order for everybody to get stronger. Bam. There we go. You need a new definition for what you were going to say now.
I'm just saying that in the case
Of the hyperbolic time chamber.
of the Dragon Ball hyperbolic time chamber, it does not qualify as a time skip because the time in the universe does not change. The time within the chamber itself changes at a quicker pace. There's no time skipped outside. There's time skipped inside.
And they
but that
usually
doesn't-
show what the other people are up to.
Yeah,
outside.
there's not one time whenever they use it that they don't have at least someone outside commenting
Oh, I hope they come
on
out.
what's happening.
And
Yeah,
besides,
Mr. Popo's there. He's like, yo.
I
Guys-
I forgot my cell phone in there.
what exactly is a time skip? Vsauce, Michael here.
Oh no. Who invited Michael?
Michael, yeah, how did you feel like the space fighting in Gurren Lagann hold up to the real life
Well-
space?
I would say that.
Why didn't you take your fucking bell off your cat, you dummy?
Shit. Well, she was.
You're-
she was.
Hey
Your cat's
guys,
going
Matt
wild.
Pat here.
Dude, I want to see Matt Pat and Vsauce Michael get in a fist fight.
No, I thought you meant into a logical argument. Yes, but not a fist fight.
Hi,
that's
I'm
the funny
Andre
part.
from
can't-
Game Explained.
That's the
Hey,
funny
I'm
part.
gonna
is they're-
show you.
It's because they're
How
not
to
like.
get. I'm here to get Blue Toad in Super Mario U Deluxe. All you have to do is press L.
Thanks.
welcome.
Thanks, Andre. That was really
Andre.
helpful.
You
Okay,
sound like you have
bye.
a cold.
You're
though.
welcome. You're welcome anytime.
Yeah. I'm kind of down in the weather right now,
and
but I'll
I'm
be
G.
back. Yay.
We got him.
Okay. Plot good.
Yeah.
I like
pretty
it.
good.
Time skip was fine. It worked for what it did. I think it was smarter than trying to show everything that happened in like 2 episodes.
Well, it's because it makes it super jarring whenever they do
Yeah.
finish the skip. It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
now there's a big city there. Holy
Whoa,
crap!
now there's a big Simon here.
Yeah,
Where's Little Simo?
Kamina?
Yeah. I just enjoy. The only thing that I don't get is why doesn't Buddha get big? Like, did they? Didn't no? They said it was like some bullshit. Like he controlled his growing in a spiral energy.
It's not polite to ask why they don't
It's-
grow. Okay, maybe it's just
It's-
genetics. Come on, just ease up on the
I
little man.
know.
Come on. I mean, I'm
I know-
short, but you
no.
know, you don't see me complaining. Come on, man.
I know they talk
No, I
about
don't
it.
want to talk about this any further. You understand?
Pino, I just
Go,
want to talk
go,
about an
go,
anime.
go to your room.
Okay, bye. Give me a sec. Take off those. Okay. I'm gonna go to my room. Think about what I've done.
Was he not already in his room?
You know, he
Welcome to another episode.
he gets it from
of
you,
the
you know that,
No
right?
Chuck Cast.
He gets it from you.
Yeah.
I think we need some time apart, Garb.
Hold on. I'm gonna go
that
take
was
the
a good
bell off my
bathroom break.
stupid cat.
Oh no, we actually took a
let's
pause
make sure
during
the
the
toilet
episode.
flushes.
Somebody play the music.
There it goes. Okay. Okay, let's get back. Hopefully, Papa Pino won't yell at me anymore.
Welcome back from the hyperbolic time chamber. I'm now 50 years old.
Oh no!
And
Papa
50
Pino.
times stronger.
Oh, my pinky broke. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody, from the break. Nobody heard that except for me because everybody left.
No, I still had my headphones on
Oh.
the whole time. I heard everything.
Oh, no.
No, I left. I absolutely walked into my bathroom, closed the door for a minute, opened it, flushed the toilet, and then walked back. But you know, it
I
happens.
didn't hear the toilet.
I didn't hear the
maybe it'll-
toilet.
Maybe we'll hear it.
Here, I'll do a flush
I don't
sound
think
effect.
so.
Ready? Flush.
Okay.
Gurgle, gurgle,
Okay,
gurgle,
we'll put that
gurgle.
in. We'll put that in post.
Pino is married to a toilet.
No.
so-
We had a falling out.
Yeah. What
What
happened?
happened?
She was seeing another toilet.
Oh no.
No.
Was it a urinal?
It was an outhouse.
I think my urinal joke was better, but it's real life.
All right. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Seth Bling here. Today I'm going to show you a Minecraft tutorial on how to make Gurren Lagann in Minecraft.
Here's how to make an actual... What's the thing where they fling the cells or like atoms at each other real quick?
Fusion? Nuclear fission?
Mimetic cells.
Nuclear fission. Yeah. Seth Bling, I'm going to show you how to make an actual nuclear fission device in Minecraft. Because that guy probably can do it.
Yep.
Hey guys,
Pino.
Pino here.
Can
I'm
we
going to talk
talk
about
about-
the characters now.
Yeah, I was like,
I've been waiting. I didn't know when to
Not
jump in, so I just decided to jump right
let's
into it.
just jump right into it.
So we're going to start off with the one, the only. We're going to start off with Simone. Simone the Digger.
Yes. He's a digger.
Simone is a very short
Digger.
boy at the beginning of the series. He's not a very brave boy.
But he's a digger.
He's a
He's a little bitch baby.
little bit. He's prone to whining.
a little bit.
He's prone to being
He is.
angry. He's prone to just not believing in
Well-
himself. And
Well,
you know.
he is a child. Like I
Ew,
can't stress that
children.
enough. I can't stress that enough. He is a child.
It's true.
though.
He's
And he's almost as oppressed as us fellow gamers.
yeah. I think he
It
might be
happens.
a gamer. I mean, he's got that problem where none of us shower. Shout out to all my gamer fans out there that I just lost. But he is probably the character. He's the central focus of this entire series. The series is written around him, he grows with leaps and bounds after the death of his bro, which is something I like to see, and he just doesn't stop growing. He doesn't even stop growing, not even at the end of the series, which is like something real good, something you don't really see.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. The last episode at like the end where they're all like older, like that's so good.
Yeah, I love
He's
seeing.
an entirely new character by the end.
He's
Yeah.
he's just old Ben Kenobi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is. He's just like, oh, young Padawan, look at
kinda
Gurren
Makes
Lagann."
funny noise. Ooh. Wait, that's not Obi-Wan. He begins as Anakin. He ends as Obi-Wan.
Now this is mecha fighting.
Now this is Buta fighting. Something's gone horribly wrong in the happy-go-lucky world of the Funky Anime Podcast. But I really dig the character. No pun intended.
I wouldn't have even picked up on that until you said no pun intended.
I didn't think about it until I said no pun intended.
It was good.
This is good. Yeah, I like it. Thank you, Mom.
You did good.
Thank you.
You're welcome, son.
But yeah, if you're starting the series and you hate Simone, oh man,
Yeah,
you're
you're kinda right.
Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time if you hate Simone at that time and you don't, if you don't see yourself liking him.
He gets better.
He gets way
better
better.
later.
Don't
And
worry.
that's the whole point, is that he's kind of a little bitch, and then he turns into someone cool.
Yes, as we all are when we are young. we all just suck as kids. Come on, let's be real.
And he kind of takes Kamina's Hamon whenever Kamina dies, and becomes him later on.
Take it from me, Simone. Okay. Speaking of Kamina, let's move on to our boy Kamina. Kamina.
Guys, I can't believe Kamina's fucking dead.
guys,
Doon, 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 doon,
he's
doon,
so
doon.
dead.
Just put the crabs there. Doon, 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 doon.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Kamina's dead.
Joe Biden is. Wait, no, not Joe Biden. John McCain.
Yeah, Lincoln.
Sorry, shout
I
out
was
to the
like, Joe
McCains. If you're
Biden.
listening, I'm sorry.
Guys, if Joe Biden dies in between this recording and when it goes up, I will scream.
I'm going to play that
Put on a
video.
watch list of some kind.
Yeah, honestly. Anyway, Kamina, really good character. He's fucking dead by the 8th episode. Made me
He was
sad.
my favorite character.
He's gone but not forgotten.
He definitely. That's a theme in this
Yeah.
like entire show.
Well, because
God,
he's
but not
what
forgotten.
inspired Simon to keep going at all in any capacity.
Yeah.
You're right.
But we all knew that, but the for real, like on the low key, it was Simone who inspired Kamina, if you remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, because
Which they show in like the 26th episode, and you're like, oh.
But, you know.
I mean, they talk about it.
It took
earlier
Simon
episodes.
realizing that himself to really believe in himself.
I guess it just goes to show. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to be cliched like that.
Man, Kamina, though's a great
Those
character.
glasses. I need to
Just
find those
all in
glasses.
all.
I need to get them.
Oh, yeah. They're in Animal
Whenever-
Crossing.
They are.
I love wearing those. They're great. I got to get one in real life, though.
Fight the Bawa.
Man, just Kamina is such a crazy good character.
What I like...
Like I said, he hard carried the first half of the show.
What I...
Well, the first quarter of the show.
Something I
Yeah.
didn't realize until probably now, just thinking about it, is the fact that Kamina had like his little small arc like real early in the series. He had
Right?
it as soon as he got into the surface, like 4 episodes, maybe 5 episodes in.
Yeah, and he found the dead body,
He
and
found
you're
his-
just like,
yeah,
that's it.
found his old
That's
man.
that's the
Well, that's how you get attached to him quickly, is by, boom, putting that in at the start.
It's
so
like,
can
you
kill him
think
off
he's
quick.
annoying? No. He has feelings too. He's got scared.
yeah. Yeah, and oh my god, when he first gets in the mech and there's nothing and he can't work it. Oh my god, that shit rocks my world every time I watch that scene. No, yeah. No, that song. That song is so good.
neck. They say that.
That
God.
one's
Those
That one's
lyrics are
so
so
good.
great.
Yeah, I know,
so
right?
Dumb.
Just so Japanese.
it's
I
wonderful.
love it.
Though.
That's. I mean, at the first time I watched it, I made it a mission to memorize some of the lyrics. As you can see, those are the lyrics I remember to this day.
You did good. I'm proud of
Put
you.
a noose around my neck.
Yeah, it happens. But like that scene is really iconic too because it has a lot of different styles through like that one scene where it shows like his bones. And I'm like, oh, he has a skeleton.
It's his pops.
I know it's like that's him. Like he sees him in that and that's him and I'm like, ooh.
He's afraid of death, like every man is. He wants to make a difference.
And the music that plays after that and like the end of the episode where he's like, I'm sorry about like shit talking you or
And
whatever.
he buries him.
It's so fucking good, and the music with it is so it's like smooth, somber jazz.
Yeah.
It's like melancholic. It's so good, dude.
Whoa.
I don't know.
It's a good time had by all.
It's just delicious.
Let's move on to everybody's favorite teacher. Actually, everybody's favorite
wait.
gunslinger. Let's talk about Yoko.
Yeah.
Yoko's fucking
I love
great.
Yoko.
I think like yes, they definitely sexualize her a lot, especially in the first couple episodes.
I mean, you gotta reel the boys in somehow.
Well, yeah, but like after that, it's like
Hey,
they
the women
never
have
down.
Kamina. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, they don't downplay her importance or like how
Yeah.
vital she is to the operation. That's I really like about that because yes, they over sexualize her a lot,
She ain't no Aqua.
but she fucking kicks ass, and you're like, yes. I don't know, and she's like a strong woman, especially like during the middle and the end when she came back with her fucking gun to save Simon from prison.
I'm gonna take my pen again. So,
Oh my god, dude.
Her
That
and the
was-
kiss of death.
Yo, you only kiss once. Ah! I love that meme. It's that little.
He was waiting for that.
It's that
Oh my
bird.
God.
It's that bird. The two birds I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
It's like one bird's like,
Yeah.
I like Yoko's character. She's a strong woman. And I think she's done really. Yoko kills everybody she touches. Yoko, you only kiss once. Ah. So good.
Which
I had it right
is
here. on the
sad but
poster.
true. Pino, that doesn't make good radio.
Doesn't matter.
But
I have a face for radio.
it-
You don't hear me complain.
you do some days.
Mm.
But now I'm just listening to that insert song. So fucking good.
Good thing she didn't
Like,
get with Simon. Am I right? Probably made out with Lorgenov and antispirals.
Oh my gosh.
It's great. But I love Yoko, especially when she becomes a teacher. That's my that's my
Yes,
stuff,
her
dude.
as a teacher.
That's
Yeah.
that's my thing.
Yep. Whenever she was whenever they first introduced her wearing glasses, I
Wait,
screamed.
hold up, I'm getting reports from our superiors. Apparently, that's a different character. That's Miss Yomiko. I'm so sorry for misleading you
my
guys.
bad.
Sorry.
Yomako's very
Yeah.
good. Yoko
Yoko sucks. Dude. She just shows up out of nowhere, just trying to be the hero.
All she does is shoot a gun.
Yeah, kisses boys
Yeah.
and takes names. And she's all out of boys,
Kissing boys and taking names.
taking lives and
Rest
kissing
in
boys. And
peace,
she's
those-
they're all gone.
Taking boys and eating lies.
But I'll take you to Mickey D's.
I'll take you to Mickey D.
I will take you to the surface.
The surface. Okay.
That's over.
All right. So.
Guys,
Yeah.
hi.
I was gonna
Hey.
move. I have the order in which I want to
No,
talk.
go for it.
with
Go
every-
for it. Go for it.
So let's move on to Keaton right quick.
He's a
Ooh,
yellow hair guy, right?
His yellow hair man. That's
Yeah.
the black sibling. That's the eldest brother of the black
dude.
He
sibling.
was easily my favorite bootleg coming
You shut. You can't call him a bootleg.
He kind of is though, but he's really good on his own. I love
Keaton's
him.
so good, dude.
He's wonderful.
I cried.
I cry all the time thinking about him.
I did the
No.
first time I saw it. Absolutely.
Well, there were like 4 points in the show, and 3 of them were the last 3 episodes.
yeah, that's,
Yeah.
those hit you like a truck if you watch them at the same
Well,
time.
like, yeah. Well, I don't know if any of our listeners listen to like the Adventure Zone. It's a podcast, blah blah blah. But like that has the same feeling of like it just fucking destroys you the last episode. Like they end your fucking life. You're done.
Yeah.
You're done, kid.
yeah, dude.
You're not.
Well, sorry,
you're not getting up from
You're
that.
not in Rush Hour 3. I'm sorry.
You'll never. Keaton's just so good, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like he's the ideal brother.
He really is. I love that man.
He's wonderful.
He died.
Plus, he unlocked spiral
He did.
power at the end. I was just like,
He did.
Yeah.
That was awesome. And then he.
Oh. that's the first time they play
Uncle.
the song, the opera song. I was like,
Yep.
you can't put two scenes like this together. Stop it.
Yeah. Right.
It's wrong.
I,
Oh my god! But I think he's a very good. Come on, gimme, poke me in the butt.
Give me.
Give me.
Give me.
Boom.
But oh my gosh,
He's a good boy.
he's really good. I
He's
love
basically
him.
like the second in command of
Yeah.
Gurren.
He's like someone that I don't know. Like I wish I could describe him better and talk about him better because he deserves like a whole character analysis.
Yes.
If I was ever to do just like YouTube videos of straight analyzing characters, which hey, if you want to just tell me, just email me. Just tell me
Email
you
Chuck
want
though,
it.
apparently,
funkyanimePodcast@gmail.com.
or tell us,
Yeah, just
and then we'll not tell
just
Chuck.
tell me. Okay,
He's the one
well,
that reads it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, don't tell Pino.
I own them.
Oh,
But there's
a lot to him.
I love him as a character.
All right, let's move on to Nia, everybody's favorite favorite daughter.
Nia
I like her.
was. It seemed like a little bit of a forced inclusion at first. I must admit, because right after, like Kamina dies, you see her immediately in the next opening, and you're
Who's
like,
this girl?
yeah, you're
Who's
like, who
this
the fuck
bitch?
is who's taking over Kamina?
You're
like
putting the hole in
freaked
my
out.
heart. What are you doing?
Yeah, and I'm like, what? And then but by the end, I'm like, I love Nia.
I'm just like, you had a purpose.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There's a larger purpose, and I was like, oh no.
If you don't like me at my worst, you don't deserve me when I'm gone.
Yeah.
That really hurt.
Oh yeah.
It hurts real bad. A lot of these characters just up
Yeah.
and just poof.
I just want to say this right now. We won't be able to cover everything.
Yeah.
Just like straight up, especially in a podcast setting. No
There's
way.
a lot of these
So,
episodes.
watch
yeah,
it.
they're like
Watch it.
the Bacchanal episode.
Just-
We couldn't cover everything. We even said some wrong things, but like there's a lot of shows we'll just tell you to just straight up just watch. This is probably one of them.
Just watch it. This is absolutely an anime that you should watch.
If you've
Just
already
flat
seen
out.
it, watch it again.
Just
Watch
do
it again. Fucking cry your eyes out. Cry your eyes out again. It's gonna
I
happen.
like Nia's design. Her hair is wonderful.
design-
Her eyes.
I like it when it's short. shortening a hair.
I like long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
I like them
I like
both.
I like old long
I like
hair.
young.
But when
Wait,
it,
what? No, I'm kidding.
no, when she's young, I like her with her shorter
It's
hair.
adorable.
But when she's old, she obviously only has the
Yeah.
long hair. So
She just really needs to wear shoes. She's gonna get mud in the ship.
yeah, she's gonna get a cold.
Oh, I was looking more out for the ship, but okay.
The ship can clean itself.
Yeah, I guess it could fix itself. I don't know if it cleaned itself. They gotta hire some outside help.
Hey, senor, it's me.
No.
I'm back.
You stop off at the Good Earth fucking dystopian Lowe's to pick up your help to clean up your shit.
You know, I was part of Simon and Communist Village, man. Yeah, they were my friends.
Where are you?
Space lows.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Space Lows.
That's what I said.
Nah, I'm going to Space Depot.
That's where you get the big bucks.
It's behind the moon. Well, the fake moon.
The fake
Shh, don't tell Simon about it.
Or Goku.
Or Goku, just don't tell him we destroyed the moon.
Okay, you can continue now.
All right, let's hop into Leron. It's our boy Leron. He's
Leron,
everywhere.
Leron's perfect.
He's wonderful.
Leron's perfect.
He's from Littner Village.
And you,
He's
Yep.
our first. He's a gay character. So like it's nice to see one representation, but it's two to see one that's like as like really well done. Like it's not forced. It's like not.
Because Leron like works as a character 1st and it still plays perfectly into gay/bi. I don't. They never go out with what
He is.
his sexuality is.
They don't even
and, like,
reveal
I'm
his
fine
young
with-
I
his
think
youth
that's
secret.
the point. I think it's the point that they don't outright say
Yeah,
it. So
I
it's
think
not
that's, like, half of the
shoehorning
joke,
it in
but
like
it's-
other shows.
Yeah. Leron's great. And
He doesn't age.
He also has really does some of like the weirdest
I
animations.
love his
Like,
fingers.
He makes
Yeah.
The
he
fingers.
makes his
Expressive.
fingers into a heart,
He's very expressive.
and he's like, "Love is what makes the universe change," and his fingers change into a heart, and he like makes a kissy noise, and I'm like, "What?"
And I mean,
You stay away from
This is
me.
and I'm like, "This is the perfect animation."
Can you blame the guy for being gay? He's surrounded by sausage in a hole underground.
And all that's there is Yoko, and he already knows about that story. He's like, no thanks.
No, I'm done.
I'm not dying today.
Well, like if you were like by Dayaka, like, oof, what a saucy
Dayaka's-
man that
he's
guy
very
is.
tan, man. Kiho, or is it?
He's like you, Pino.
Kiho is a very good woman, very lucky woman.
Absolutely.
You know who the best character is, though?
Who?
Me,
All time, top tier,
Attenborough,
best character.
Grandpa?
Attenborough,
Button push guy.
Attenborough.
Attenborough. That's
Fire the
Attenborough.
missiles!
That's
We don't
He's the
have
best.
any mythical
He's-
Attenborough.
I'm shooting him. Literally, what I think about whenever I see him, I just think he's a Muppet.
He's a Muppet.
like that's literally what he is.
He's like, hey guys, it's me, Martin Burrow.
Yes. Yeah. I love him though. He's perfect
great
as well.
I didn't put him on the list, but thank you for bringing up Attenborough.
I knew you didn't put him on the list. That's why I brought him up.
I'm gonna tie.
No, yeah, I definitely had his Mal page open just to make sure I wouldn't forget.
Guys, I think Attenborough's already won Best Girl.
Attenborough maybe. You never know.
All right, let's talk about. I saved the best one for last. I'm gonna knock off the other ones since we don't really need to talk about them. But let's talk about everybody's favorite character. Let's talk about Rossiu.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god.
Let's talk about Rossiu, and I want to know your stance on Rossiu right now. So first, let me describe our boy Rossiu. Rossiu is a young man from a village that
He looks like he's out of Avatar.
I can
Last
see that.
Airbender.
I can see that. It's probably because he's got like 5 head right there. He's got like a 5 head. But he is a small boy who was in a village of approximately like 100 people, and they had a belief system where if they were above that limit, they sent one lucky contestant to the surface to live amongst the gods.
Lucky, quote unquote.
Lucky, yeah, which is technically just a death sentence.
Yeah.
And so he firsthand knows the struggle of trying to keep
people surviving, population
control.
survival, population control. Roro fights the power when Communist shows up and joins Team Daiguren. And, he learns that, the surface is is the way to go. But I think he's the most interesting character of this entire series because he's faced with the most toughest choices. And
I want to just tell you guys a little bit about, so Rossiu, his English voice actor is Johnny Young Bosch, who you may or may not know as being Ichigo from Bleach, Artemis from Sailor Moon. He is sorry, I had this.
Isn't
open.
he Izaya?
He's Izaya from Durara. He's Hinata from Danganronpa.
Danganbango.
He's Jonathan Joestar. And this dude does everything in a half. He's
good.
And he's also you from Persona 4. But
Who, me?
You.
Me.
And then there's also Vash the Stampede, but all that. Yeah. Fun romp to a cowboy town. But Rossiu, I love.
That laugh is so good.
Yeah. Rossiu is such a fantastic character.
Well, he goes in a reverse direction that Simone does. Simone starts out as a little bitch and then grows up to be a strong guy.
You calling my boy Rossiu the B word?
No. Well, he kind of was for a little bit there.
No.
But then he
let's hear Garb. Let's hear Garb out
no.
first. Let's hear him out, and then
Okay, we can rip him a new asshole.
we can
He was
Roro fight the power.
he was
through his
trying
hole.
to take the easy way out, and Simone knocks some sense into him.
Let him finish. Let him finish, and then I want to say something before you go at it.
That was it.
Oh, that was it. Okay, so I've thought about Rossiu for a long time now, even after the first watching, and I knew he was probably one of my top favorite characters of the entire series.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was watching a lot of YouTube leading up to this episode, and a video titled "The Duality of Gurren Lagann" by Alexander, I believe. It's spelled weird. He talks about a lot of the duality between some of these characters, and he specifically talks about Rossiu. What I like to point out is that even though you say he took the easy way out, a lot of he is kind of like he's the equivalent to the Spiral King. He's the equivalent to the anti-Spiral in a sense, because all of these people did what they thought needed to be done in order to save people. Were they right? Were they wrong? There's no there's no right or wrong answer. But
Yeah.
just singling him out is probably not a good idea, because everybody in the series at least did that, or like every major enemy, and to a point, like maybe Simone a little bit had thought in a similar way. So shut up. This is my main point. Shut up, Garb.
I have a very strong affinity for Rossiu.
Mm-hmm.
You meet him very early on. He's one of the first people that joins Team Gurren very, very early on.
He really loves his grandpa.
And you see him grow, from a tiny little baby boy in a hole of 49 people.
Oh, it's 50. Okay.
No, they want to make it lower than 50.
I
And
said 100.
so,
Sorry.
I'm gonna punch your family.
No. You can't. You're too tall.
So he grows, and
You'll miss.
I'll kick him.
Okay. Can't
No,
stop you.
but the point is that he grows up and he's an analytical type. He goes by his brain, not by his heart, which is a huge difference from Simone and Kamina, because those guys, Simone through the second half of the show, goes through what they believe in their heart, and Rossiu is analytical. He does everything that he needs to do and to keep everyone to survive. That's the biggest thing for him, survival. He will not let everyone die. And it's insane to me, because Rossiu literally has the toughest choices in this anime. And no one can tell me otherwise. He had to put his friend to death, essentially. He had to save a small amount of people from an imminent danger that he had to at least escape with some people. for any hope of survival.
And
he had
to ensure that survival, he had to even, from that small portion, choose even less people to bring in the animals and everything else into the ship.
Yeah.
Like, this dude's under a lot of stress right now. Like,
yeah, and they even show that later in where they're like, he was under so much pressure and he was like crying and lose his fucking mind for a little bit. And like, this man is so important to the story because he is the foil to Simon. I know like Garb was trying to say like, oh, he just became a bitch boy, but he's a complete opposite. But they play off each other so well that
that's
he's
the point.
needed.
Is that he's the analytical type, whereas Simon goes by his heart a little more.
You called him a bitch boy.
Yeah,
that's not a good argument.
It wasn't
man.
a bad thing.
I mean, he still is a little. No, I'm kidding.
So was
I don't know.
Simon.
Rossi
And
is
Simon
great.
turned out to be cool in
Well,
the end.
The point is, Rossio's a good character. And that's it.
Okay. Let me tell you this next part. So, you know, I like digging into the forums. I like digging into people's minds once I make them watch this show. A lot of people still don't like Rossio even after his little redemption at the end.
Really?
People, they're just like, he's a little
But he
butt
completely
nugget.
explained himself.
I know, but they still hate him. They're like, he'd do it again. I bet.
Whatever.
I'm just like, guys, did you miss the point? Did you see how much he struggled? Did you see he almost killed himself because of what he did? And like, people were like, nah, he sucks.
And he didn't want Simon to have to take the blame because Simon is like the good guy.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that he's the good guy.
I don't know, man, but there's a lot of things that people stick. They hold on to stuff a lot. You know, they held on to Simon. They held on to Kamino when he was gone. They held on to what people did wrong in the series, and they're like, this is bad because he didn't do what I wanted him to do, man. But yeah, you know,
It's
accept it as how it is, and I think that's one of the central themes I think in this series. It's
Well,
acceptance. Just accept it. You know, move on.
Yeah.
I feel like decisions and acceptance, but I also feel that to have a show to be as decisive as this while still maintaining its quality, I think hits its stride even better. Because it's not something that everyone can agree on. It makes you think. That's like one of the like what I love. Like, yeah, everything was good in the end, blah blah blah, but it was a choice, and you either agree with that choice or you disagree, and that's something that not a lot of shows really pull off, and this pulls off brilliantly. Because you're like, oh fuck, are we gotta go out space?
What's going on?
Yeah, but it just speaks to the show's strength, I think, to have people that hate a character that I absolutely love. Like, yeah, I disagree with that, but like that's how it shows you how strong people feel about the show and like the characters within.
Yeah, it's like us not liking Nico very much, but you know.
But Nico's trash, but you know what happens.
We love you. We love you.
Garb, we love you, even though if you're a gross person.
Bash my queen.
Yeah,
I'm insulted.
No, don't worry. I'll
Good.
post this little GIF for you.
Thank you.
Very cool. Those are all the central people I want to talk about. We would, you know, if we had more time, we would dive into the rest of the Gurren members. We talk about Lord Genome. We'd even go into a little bit more of the anti-spiral. But you know, time is of the essence.
yeah. Well, I do want to talk about Vero real quick.
Right. Oh, I
He's
forgot
really
about the
important.
most pivotal character.
No, like he's actually
The story.
super.
Yeah, he's the storyteller basically. He's
Yeah,
the lore keeper.
I love his how he develops throughout the show.
It's wonderful.
Like,
Yeah.
he gets kicked in the dick so many times.
Yeah, dude. He doesn't even
About
have one.
what? No, exactly. But he like
I had
keeps
one, I don't
trying
think you'd
and
be
coming
here
back,
anymore.
and like he saw the fighting between like Gurren Lagann and like the anti-spiral throughout the entire thing, and by the end, like once they met in prison, I'm like, oh shit, this is what's gonna happen. He's gonna turn around, and he did, and I was like, yes, I love this man, because by the time you see him there, you're like, oh yeah, I love this guy. Like you have an affinity for him now. It's not just something that you're like, oh, it's just this villain guy who keeps coming back. It's kind of like Team Rocket. I know it's like a very like
I can
it's a
see
very
that.
vast change, but you're like you see them so much and they're like supposed to be the bad guy, but you can't help but love them.
Yeah.
I-
well, like
And then
Viral.
Viral, yeah, and Viral at this point, and then he fucking flies Gurren Lagann
I know.
with Simone,
I was-
and like by like the time it was happening, I'm like I knew this was gonna
Yeah.
happen.
I know
Like,
you were a
it
little
makes
crushed though.
sense.
You wanted Rusty to have his redemption inside Gurren.
Well, I know.
Yeah, but it made
then
sense.
It,
Yeah.
it makes so much more sense, and I'm not hurt by it at all. I'm like, yeah, this is how it should have been, and I'm okay with it. And like, I love his redemption so
It's
much.
good. It's very good. I love it.
It just makes me very
Well, because
happy.
he was never really the baddest of guys. He was
No,
just
honorable.
following orders. Yeah, he was following orders.
He was like the second in command,
Yeah.
essentially. Even though there were people more powerful than him
Well,
and
he,
everything.
he moved up every time they died.
No, yeah, exactly. He moved up a spot.
So,
But yeah, I just love Viral so much.
all right. Is there anyone else we just want to honorably mention, or
We talked about what's his
Talked
face
about button
already.
push guy.
we know we want to talk about?
Attenborough.
No,
We can just.
I think we're ready, right?
I
can't
want to
think
talk
of
about
someone,
the
why not?
twins.
Oh,
The
you mean
twins.
Dari and Gimme? Or no,
No,
the big boys.
Balin and
Balinbo
Jorgen.
and Jorgen and Balinbo.
My
Two
heart.
characters I didn't
When-
think I would cry to.
Yeah, but I think they got me the most.
We
sad.
hit hard.
I like it. Like they were the people that I think were shoehorned in the most when they were introduced.
Mm-hmm.
Like they weren't given like a backstory. They were just two brothers who were silly.
We're big muscle men.
But then once they sacrifice themselves, I like
For the
oh
kids.
my god, the waterworks.
Right.
And then after,
were
whenever
honorable
Keaton
men.
like, yeah, and when Keaton's like, hey, I like, they did that because they wanted to. Don't
Yeah.
feel bad and feel that you need to pay back them. They wanted to do that.
Yeah, I'm
Destroyed
not
my
good with
fucking
words.
life.
Not like he was. He knew how to rally the
Yeah.
troops.
Oh my god, that makes me sad even
Yeah.
now. Like it. All the original Gurren Lagann, like Team Gurren. Team.
It's Die Gurren.
Well, the original Gurren.
Did you see how offended
like before
Yoko
they
was?
even got Gurren. Yeah,
She was real pissed. She was like, "Shut up!
She
it's
was.
Die Gurren."
yeah.
Whoa,
Well, like,
take it
it's-
easy.
But like that entire team,
It's
and
gone.
when they were like getting beaten down, I cried so much.
I know.
I was driving home with family when I was watching it,
Yeah, I remember.
and oh my god, I was dehydrated for sure. My god,
What hurt me the most
Just the-
was, like there was the lady, I think it was Leite, the tech girl.
Yes!
Leite and her husband go, and then her husband dies, and I was just
no.
hurt. I was just really hurt because like he's a dad, and he
And-
just
yeah. Oh, my heart. See, like this is why you need to watch this. We can't talk about all
yeah.
this.
We could like
Joking, like
we had Kid,
makes-
we had Iraq, Zorthy. Oh god, everybody
Yeah.
just and it doesn't end there. It keeps
And like
ripping
we
off your
didn't talk
heart.
about Dayaka, we didn't talk about Lord Juno.
I have the
we didn't
best
talk
wife in
about,
the
like-
galaxy. Kick.
Yeah. Oh my god. I love
I love the black siblings
that-
too. They're precious.
the black siblings make me so happy.
precious.
Dayaka didn't die, right?
No, Dayaka didn't die. He made it home.
No, he didn't. Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
I was like my heart like just dropped for a second. I'm
Right.
like, wait a second, did he? But he
Dayaka,
didn't.
no.
Dayaka, I love him so
so
much too.
good.
I don't know. I just love them all. And Magin, the priest.
Yeah.
He's the
Father
old
Magin.
priest. Love him. I love him. I love him so much.
I can't read.
Because he. Yeah, I know. Though. It's just like kind of ironic that it's just a joke.
He's like, bro, I don't believe in this crap. I'm just making sure you could eat another day, bro.
Yeah, I love my. He's just
Father
fantastic.
Magi. Dude, old Coco.
Old Coco's great too. We're just scrolling
The
through
list of the
Mal's
names, yeah.
Yeah.
characters now. Okay.
All right. Ed, is there anything else we want to mention real quick?
Obviously, the best character
Yo,
is
Human Buddha.
Human
God.
Buddha.
So we can talk about this in miscellaneous, but we can pick it up there because I like talking about this kind of stuff.
It's interesting. But anyway, welcome to the 30th edition of Who's the Best Girl? The part
Bro, fight the
podcast
power.
where each
Bro,
contestant
fight
puts
the
forward
power.
their choice for Best Grill of the episode and duke it out for the title of Best Grill. Today, our contestants going into space are Pino, Garb, and myself. Who are you each advocating
Garb, you
for?
can go first so I don't steal it.
Well, we didn't. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh,
Can you
I'll go first.
It was sorry. Discord
Yes,
fucked
hello?
up.
Sure, let's pretend that didn't happen. Technical difficulties.
Okay, Garb?
You better edit that.
Well, we didn't talk about it beforehand, so
Go ahead, don't worry.
No, you go
I have
first.
a list.
yellow hair.
What are you doing, you little bastard?
No, oh, pick Yoko.
I'm gonna choke you.
This is why you gotta let us pick before.
Chuck, you could go next.
Pino, no, you got Kyo, right?
Who?
You. Kyo.
Kyo?
No, you.
I gotta go? Where am I going?
Pino.
The music's over.
Who
I
do you
pick
pick?
Keaton.
But, and I pick Attenborough.
I'm sorry, what?
I pick Attenborough.
All right, best girl's over.
Garb, you can
Attenborough
start.
wins.
Guys,
Attenborough
doesn't
wins.
matter. Doesn't matter. Our characters did nothing to advance the plot. Attenborough fired those missiles like nobody could. Okay?
Single-handedly with one
Fire
push
the
of a button.
missile!
Well, we pushed the button several times. Pretty sure that button doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, no.
Man.
So we kind of,
Who wants to
I'd
go
equate
first?
him. Okay. Oh, are we finished joking?
Well, we can still joke a little.
All right, sure.
But we got.
I was gonna say he's like it's like giving the controller to your little brother,
It's
except
not plugged in.
he plugged it in and then he plugged it in and now the it's broken. It's just ruined now. All right, so Garby, go first.
Okay, Yoko, right?
Yeah.
She's the best. There's no more to it. What else is there? She's a teacher. She can kill. She's deadly. She'll kill me. I want to die. It's the perfect deal.
You said teacher, and you had me there, so I can't really say anything.
Yeah, she also wears glasses, so I guess.
Yeah, I can't really say anything.
Yeah.
But she kills everybody she kisses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'd kiss. Yeah,
You already heard my thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd kiss her.
Yeah. Well, now if everybody's, well, I guess I can't anymore. Everybody's kissing her now.
Everybody's kissing.
Everybody betray me.
I fed up with this world.
Fed up with this world. All right.
I don't. Yoko's just an obvious pick.
Yoko's a good girl.
I don't
would've
like
picked
it.
her.
She's. I just don't think she's the best.
I think she
girl
has a lot to like uncover.
She has a lot to like, but
I mean, she's got a lot of
just
growth.
think-
She's like a strong woman. Did you see how she had to hide her
is.
feelings for the sake of Team Gurren after Kamima's death?
Yeah.
She had to cry in the
Yeah.
shower. She had to,
Yeah.
and then out in the yard.
And she did a good job of holding up when she was in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't laugh.
Don't laugh. I said don't laugh.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Lois.
Lois, don't laugh.
Hey, Lois, I'm Yoko. Mwah. Ah. All right, I picked Keaton. Obviously, he was there when Simon couldn't accomplish his duties. He was pushing from behind. He was everybody's friend. He's the best brother. He's the best uncle. He really doesn't understand this government stuff, but he knows when he's got to fight, and he fights hard.
You know
okay?
what? I
He
relate,
does.
buddy.
Yep.
Keaton's
Me
great.
too.
I do love
And
him.
no matter how many times I see that scene, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna sing that part of the song.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to recite
Yep.
his quote upon death. It's fantastic. Not now though.
I'm like kind of close to tearing up because I love that scene. That's probably my favorite
he
scene.
brought Gurren Lagann's drill as a good luck charm, and he's gonna
Oh,
put
my
it to
God.
good use. He's great. Plus, his hair
I love
after
him.
the time skip is even better.
Yeah, right. I can't. like almost any character you give me, I can't argue.
Yeah.
Just like flat out, they're all good characters.
It's true. Even Lord Genome. I love Lord Genome.
Yeah. Oh, Lord Genome's such an interesting character too.
Yeah.
He's fun. Yo, we'll talk about him later. Don't worry. I know we're running a little long, but I don't mind. It's fun.
No, I'm okay with
All right.
this.
Yeah, there's a lot to digest.
Yeah. Go ahead, Chuck. Tell us why Artenborough is the best. Thank you
Yes,
for telling us
Artenborough's-
why he's the best. Everybody, Artenborough wins.
Everybody already knew.
I just love Artenborough. He's just fun.
Yeah.
He's creative, and like even when the baby was born, he like was there.
I mean, they're part of the team.
And he's just
He's
like,
very clearly
I
important.
know,
Guys,
yeah.
wait! I just realized something.
Yeah.
Gurren Lagann, this is just Fast and Furious right here. This is
When I see you again,
this is just it's literally just the show. Oh my god, I can't believe it. So like Vin Diesel is Kamina and no. Paul Walker's Kamina.
Guys, Attenborough's just perfect, and we can
Artenborough's
just like
Don
set this.
Amar from Fast and Furious 5.
God, I haven't watched enough Fast and Furious to get that funny
good. He's a
reference. But
Hispanic
shout
boy.
out to anyone who does.
Shoutouts to me. That's about it.
And then, God, Artenborough's just
He's
good.
good.
He just has a fucking
He's a
strawberry
funnier character than
nose.
we've ever had.
He is the key to it all, honestly.
Pushes everybody's buttons.
He does. He pushes mine too.
Fire the missile!
Anyway, if you want to tell us that I'm right,
If you want to,
Just
if you just
straight
want to
out.
give us a paragraph on why you love Artenborough,
yeah, please send it to funkyAnimePodcast@gmail.com. Once again, that is funkyAnimePodcast@gmail.com, where we have good times and laugh. And please email us. We haven't gotten an email since Google was like, hey, someone logged in, and it was me. I logged in.
I did it. Like you did it, man.
It was me.
All right.
It was me, Google.
Let's step on into the miscellaneous real quick. I want to.
There's a lot of
All right, so
miscellaneous
let
to
me
talk about
let me-
with this show.
Let me throw away everything by starting with the movies. All right, so since we
Okay.
had a lot of time, I binged this show in the first 2 days. Okay, I watched the movies within the next 2 weeks. And actually, no, within the week. And
Wow.
So let me tell you. There's two movies. Gurren Lagann. I think Childhood's End, and then Gurren Lagann Hen, because I can't remember the English translation for that one. The first movie and the second movie are basically kind of like shorter versions of the entire series. The first movie, it just feels like a compilation thing. So like you have basically the entirety of the first episode. You have a music video of episodes 2 to like 5 or 6. And then it is the rest of the episodes, Kamina dying, Nia coming in, and just like 30 minutes of extra content, which is just like a different version of the last fight scene. Which doesn't even end with the Spiral King's defeat. It ends with them beating the 4 generals at the same time, which is cool.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I would have liked it if it was just like not copy paste AM music video and then copy paste again.
Yeah.
It was If you're gonna watch the movie, I'd actually only recommend the second one because that one real good.
Oh,
despite
interesting.
the fact that the first movie, the first like 5 to 6 to 7 minutes, I'm recommending you both watch that. That was real good.
Really?
Like I didn't expect that. It's like real. It's
So just
good
the
and-
second movie?
No,
That's
yeah.
it?
The first 5 minutes of the first
Okay.
movie, and then watch the second movie.
Okay, can do.
Yeah, because like when I saw the first 5 minutes of the first movie, I was in shock. I was like, "Wait, who's talking here?" And like you guys, when you watch it, you'll know who is talking. But like, I had to process what was going on. It was like basically like a prequel, sort of. And then my disappointment was immeasurable afterwards for the entire rest of the movie. The movie number 2 is done much better. They add scenes in between, and there's like a huge focus on Nia writing a journal to Kamina. Like it's adorable, and it's like a driving force. And I'm just like, yo, I'm digging this. Yeah,
Really?
there was alternate scenes, so like, I guess you guys don't really mind the spoilers, but I do recommend you watch it either
No.
way. They remove the deaths of nearly all the Team Daiguren members minus Kitan. They
Yeah.
focus more on Kitan and develop him there.
Really?
Yeah. So like no Daiguren member dies.
That's weird.
The Rossiu scene, instead of him going back to his village, it's him about to commit suicide in his office.
But the whole
There's a lot-
point
again-
is that he had to go and contact someone from his past. That's just how storytelling typically works. Is it?
It's
you have
true,
to
but
go
you
back-
know, again, movies kind of have to shorten this stuff out. But
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
You know.
I don't know if I obviously haven't seen it. I wouldn't agree with doing that just because of the scenes with the priest, as well as getting the development of the teleportation within
Right.
that segment. But you know, whatever.
yeah, it's all right. Like that portion was like meh to me, but everything else is good.
Yeah.
They add a new transformation at the end of the movie, which is Super Tengen Toppa, Super Galaxy Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, I believe, which you don't see in the anime. You get a new version of Rap as a Man's Soul, which is real good. I love it. And you actually get everybody, like every member of Team Daiguren fighting the anti-spiral, which is real nice. Like I love it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like everybody actually like has a hand in it. Like I remember Garb was complaining with Advent Children that we recorded a little bit ago, where it's like, oh, it's only Cloud and Sephiroth. It'd be cool if we saw everybody fight.
Yeah.
This one solves your problem.
It's the whole point.
right there. It's like everybody's here.
You
Guys,
gotta do it with
everybody-
everyone.
Everybody's here.
Everybody's
Except
dead.
for Keaton. But their focus on Keaton was nice. Though I felt like his voice actor was different in this movie. So
It might
I
have
don't
been.
know.
Who knows?
Well, did you do it in English?
No, there's
Or
no
not?
English translation. It was a subbed. Yeah,
Oh,
so
really?
the sub sounded
Oh,
real different
wow.
from the original sub. But you know, it could have just been me.
And they could have had like a different voice director or whatever.
Maybe. But yeah, it's it's my turn to ride the mecha. No.
Schmutt.
But yeah,
my
it's a
turn,
nice
man.
kind of like not what if scenario, but like a different kind of like alternate thing to watch. Like if you're gonna rewatch the movies, I guess, so you don't have to watch like the fluff like episode 4
Yeah.
or the bath scene. You know, if you're short on time, watch the movies, I think.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Let's see. Anything you guys want to bring up before I bring up more?
Fucking Buddha. What the hell?
Oh, right. So,
What?
do you remember the beginning of the entire series where it opens up with like a shrouded man on top of
Yes.
the space
Yep.
thing, right? And there was like a animal kind of guy there too.
Yeah.
I don't know what was happening there. I just wanted to say I thought that was Buddha first, and then I was like, wait a second, that can't be him.
That's not Buddha. Yeah, I don't fucking know. That's just one of the things that I'm like,
It's interesting.
I
People like to
guess.
speculate that was like it was the Spiral King in his prime, where it's like this is like what happened before, and then it's like
yeah, this was like the fight before.
because
yeah.
he had hair before. Spiral King had hair. I'll tell you that. Yeah, he was a young lad before, I think, right?
Maybe. Who knows?
Who knows?
Well, spiral beings are odd.
But yeah, a lot of like, I mean, the only explanation we got for Buta's little human transformation was, you know, there's not only humans aren't the
it
only
had all
spiral
the
beings,
spiral power.
and he was like hanging out with Simone, so like,
And it had all the spiral power from Simon, and instead of growing, which is what they said,
he evolved.
he put it
sort
into
of.
spiral power, and then he evolved. And I was like,
Pokemon.
I mean,
I guess.
that was kind of what they feared with the spiral nemesis thing.
Yeah, I guess, but they didn't do anything with
Yeah.
it, and most of the characters don't even know that happened. So I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah,
Beer bros.
it was just dumb.
yeah, fuck it.
And it was
Understood.
unnecessary.
I thought it was like it wasn't really needed. But I
was
like
like
seeing
kinda-
like Buta actually have something
Yeah.
to do.
It was, it was kind of
Because
interesting,
Buddha was
but I was
there
also
the whole
just
time.
like,
So I mean,
I love Buddha,
He's delicious.
tasty.
but only tiny Buddha.
Done tiny booty Buddha. All right, let's see. What else? What is he poking in there? Don't poke it. Don't do it. Let's see. I like a lot of these themes in the anime. What I like to describe this show more of a coming of age story more than anything else, because it really is just like following the life of Simone as he just progresses in life, you know?
Yeah,
He's a grown boy and he just never stops learning.
yes.
Yeah,
And I'm
just like real life.
it's good. It's true. And it's, you know, with real life you have like you have death to deal with, you have, losses and gains to deal with. It's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's just really
And
good.
that's kind of how it was written. I think I was reading the Wikipedia. It was like some guy asked the writer to just put as much as you can in 27 episodes, and he was surprised with how much they got. So like, this is a complete story, and like, I'm glad that they ended it. Do I want more? I could, but I feel like it would defeat the purpose of the entire series.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like with stuff like this, we talked about this a long time ago. Me and Garb, when we did like a which I don't even know if we're doing anymore, but and it was just if you have an end, like yes, you would love to see more because all that magic that you see, but finishing is also part of that magic, and you can't. If you add on more, you risk at damaging
What I like
it.
to imagine in situations like Gurren Lagann is that after the credits roll, it's just the war's over. It's peace from there on out. It's done.
The galaxy is at peace.
Yeah, there's nothing else interesting happens. It's just normal life for these people.
I mean, I still like the direction where they went in. Like after they defeated the anti-spiral, like every other spiral race in the entire galaxy and universe actually just like they were happy. They were cheering.
Well, yeah.
And they're focusing to defeat the spiral nemesis.
They're free.
And
Nemesis.
I also see this as like a kind of like a passing on the torch thing. Like that's a theme that I see a lot.
Yeah.
Kamina passed the torch on to Simone, and Simone passes it on to the next generation, and I really like that because like it's like you said, it's like a drill. It's always changing and it's always moving, and you can't like keep it still because then you won't change anything. You won't progress forward, and I really like that the whole discussion on that. Like it's deep with such a strange little item, the drill. It's a double helix. We change and evolve. God, that speech was real good.
Okay. Anything else you want to talk
I
about?
don't know. Feel like I've.
Have you gotten old?
Yes. Oh no, my back, my neck.
You're the only one who's gonna finish that, not me.
Not me. Not it.
What'd I say? My back, my neck, my applesauce, and my snack pack.
Yep. That's it. Okay. I think we're good.
I want to eat.
Let's move on to
crackers.
them ratings. Okay. Let's start with Garb while he's eating his crackers.
3.2.
3.2.
Whoa.
It just drags on for too long.
I don't understand. Define what you mean by drags on.
I don't know. It just felt too long. Revisiting it wasn't
I
as fun
think-
as I thought. I don't know why, but there's something that I can't put my finger on.
Garb, you weren't as negative. I didn't
I-
expect a 3.2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Gar's just upset because we took too long recording this episode.
And I dock the show points for that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what it is.
Pino.
But it takes so long and they just
3.2.
won't shut up about Okay.
God.
We'll
You
give
can't
it a-
say long because you're talking to the man who watches One Piece like every year.
Yeah,
From
exactly.
start to finish.
Exactly. Whereas my favorite show is Kill la Kill. That's only, what, 12?
Yeah, but
It's
you watch that every
24.
3 years.
No, it's 24.
Whatever.
Well,
Same thing.
watch. You're going to say it drags once we watch it.
It's 24.
Same thing.
You're going to say Riley
Yeah.
Masterson drags on and on about her father in prison.
Yes.
I do like
okay.
the final fight
Pino?
and all that, though.
Pino?
God. All right, boys. Drum roll, please. I'm giving this a 5 out of 5, babe.
Oh,
Wow.
the first and probably only ever 5 out of
I'm
5
telling
on
you,
this
my
podcast.
friends. There are times where when I talk about my favorite show, it's either One Piece or Gurren Lagann, and at times Gurren just surpasses One Piece,
Yeah.
and I just really can't hate it. I get
No, I get that. Absolutely.
it hits close to home. I watched it at a time where I was just like I needed that motivation, which was real good. I stopped watching anime for what did I say, like 2-3 months?
You said 3. You said 3.
There was a good time span where I just didn't watch because I was just like I need to digest what I just saw because I just got slapped in the face by a tiny robot inside a bigger robot inside a tiny robot inside a moon-sized robot inside a galaxy robot. And then I was told to believe in myself.
You know what? Based on that description, I'll bump it up to a 3.8.
Oh, God.
God. Okay.
Your speech was so powerful.
It stirred him.
It's just really... I'm really amazed at how much you could fit inside 27 episodes.
Yeah.
Well, 26, because like 16 is
right.
not even an episode.
Yeah.
And we don't
Yeah,
count
it barely
4,
counts.
so 25 episodes.
25 episodes.
Like,
there's so much.
There's so much content, and it's even though I wanted more, like I was content. I was happy with what I got. It is a complete package through and through, and I always love revisiting the world. It's probably one of my favorite worlds ever.
Absolutely. Well, I'm giving this one a 4.8.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's that's
And
good.
I really enjoyed it. As first time, like I'm not gonna go back and watch it immediately. I'm gonna probably go back in half a year and watch it again. It's a show that I want to watch again, but I can't.
Yeah. It's too
Like, right
emotionally
now.
And
taxing.
that's how I felt. Yeah.
It's too it would be too taxing on my body, and especially I think
In my tear ducts.
yeah, right. I think only if I was doing. I think I'll only enjoy it more on rewatches, and I think a 4.8 it reflects that.
Understood.
And I feel I think it's just going to be a very, very good show for a very, very long time. It's already held up for 10 plus years, and I think it's going to hold up for a very long time to come. So that's there to reflect it. It's a fantastic, I'd say, timeless show so far. There's no sloppy use of CG. There's no like out like spoken dubstep. Like you're fine.
Just
You're
random
good.
dubstep.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, it's very good, and that's all I have to say.
All right. Well, if you disagree with what we said, or you want to say we're a bunch of no-neck weirdos, send us an email. Give us your rating.
Please.
And if you haven't watched it
Yep.
and you're here, please leave.
What
now.
the fuck,
Get out.
guys?
Please subscribe to our
Go.
Patreon so that we
What are
can
you
get
doing
movies
here?
over.
Yeah, guys, subscribe to our
We
Patreon.
subscribe to
really
the
need
Patreon
our neck
one day.
surgery.
Yeah, I know. Right? That'll be our top tier to get us all neck surgery, so we have necks again.
We're just Eddie from Ed and Eddie.
What is wrong, no neck Ed boy?
You bet your sweet pippy I do.
You bet your sweet.
Do you live in a hole?
Rolf, what is that?
The hat of discipline.
It's the
Do
drill.
you live in a cave?
It's the drill of discipline.
The drill.
All is forgiven.
Hey, Pino,
What's up?
what are we gonna watch next week?
Next week, what are we watching next week? Garb, what are we
I
watching
know what
next
we're
week?
watching next week.
Wait, isn't it mine?
No.
Oh,
Yes.
I know what it is.
Yes,
What are we watching?
I know what it
It's
is
a
too.
good one. We're
I can't do it fast enough.
we're watching. I think the first. Well, no. Aside from the Christmas special we did, that was kind of half a joke. But we're watching.
second.
It's the first American-made show, really, that we've seen, and it is
American
Netflix
cartoons?
anime. It is the Netflix Castlevania show.
American cartoons? Are you serious right now?
It's so good, dude.
I don't think
Howdy.
we can be friends after this.
Whatever.
I can't watch no Chinese cartoons
technically-
anymore.
Guys, if you haven't picked it up already, because none of these fuckers are gonna say it, we're watching the
I just said
Castlevania
it.
Netflix series.
He just said it.
No, I wasn't paying attention.
I
We're
see.
watching
And
the
you blame
Netflix
me.
Castlevania.
So it was you. It was you was your downfall.
Can't believe you.
Can't believe you've done this.
I can believe this. I don't pay attention to like half the
Right.
podcast sometimes.
I look
Right.
forward to drooling over pictures of Alucard for an hour and a half.
Guys, Trevor is a hottie with a nice body.
Yeah, but
that's
Alucard.
okay. Well, Pino, who are we? Stop typing. Pino,
He's writing in his diary.
I'm right. Dear
Pino,
diary.
stop it.
Chuck asked me a question, but I'm going to ignore him for 2 more seconds.
Pino.
All right. the young drill digger who used to drill holes, who's now the president of the galaxy, but who also retired to live a nice life as another driller. That's Chuck.
Oh, I'm so old. I'm going to go drill back to China.
He never got there, did he? The one who's watching him drill to China as a ghost.
Wait,
Well, that's Garb.
Listen,
I'm
I
drilling.
told you.
Yeah.
You were never gonna make
Why are
it.
you old?
I'm old too. He got old. I'm a ghost.
I'm drilling.
Oh, I see.
I died.
Let me drill.
And I was the
please.
village chief before, but I'm gonna change my answer. I'm now the president of the galaxy. I'm leading this
drilling
this forefront
still.
with my big forehead.
I'm still drilling.
Can
That's
you
me,
tell
Pino.
Chuck
Let
to
me
give up?
drill.
Hey, Leron,
Let me
where
drill.
is Simone? Simone, I think he's having a heart attack.
Yeah, he's coughing up a lung.
Oh no, there goes his Buta. What were you doing?
Let me just dig a little bit more.
All right,
Just give up already, you idiot.
we were Team
No.
Die Fappin. And don't forget to row, fight the power. See you next time.
Funky Anime Podcast is a program made by Upchucked, Garbalax, and Pindoplane. You can find Upchucked as Upchucked on YouTube or Upchucked Gaming on Twitter. You can find Garbalax with Garbalax on Twitch, or you can find him Garbalax on Twitter. You can find Pindoplane on Twitter, Pindoplane2, and you can find the Funky Anime Podcast itself on Twitter at 3Weebros. And you can find us on YouTube, 3Weebros, or just look up Funky Anime Podcast. You'll find us anywhere. It is edited and produced by Garbalax and Upchuck. Moral support by Pindoplane. And I want to just thank you all for listening. You can rate us on iTunes. Anything like that is wonderful. And you can email us at funkyanimepodcast@gmail.com. Thank you.